All right, let go. And already off the bat, we could see that man's camera is in and out of focus because, I know what I'm doing. Um, yeah. So I started off with a sketch. What I did initially, wow, English. This is my first. What I did initially was to come up with a rough design, and I used Canva for that because Canva free and I broke. So here we are. So anyways, I used Canva for that. Well, it wasn't my design alone, but we'll get to that. So yeah, sent the rough sketch to the client. The client, we fancy now, we have clients. Anyway, to the client who, she agreed to it, she liked it. So then I used that to now create the sketch that's happening here now. So yeah, I'm freehanding it, but I'm using the design that I created as a guide as I'm freehanding. And I can't really tell you like how to get proportions right. I don't know. I don't know how to get the proportions right. I just kind of sketch and I use what's next to me as a guide to see how big something else should be. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't have any training. It's just like I just do, I'm just doing. So now I just add in like the spikes on the cactus, and you can't really see because again, professional over here. Camera just autofocus, but yeah. Yeah, so I'm adding some spikes, some cactus lines. What is the name of those? Do they have names like cactus lines? Anyways, yes. Oh wow, just mandatory changing of podcasts. We have to keep entertained while doing these things, because this takes days, y'all. Like the sketch takes a couple hours, probably like an hour, and then like to burn it, that yeah, it took a while. The whole everything, including varnishing and waiting for the varnish to dry and everything, took a week. So here I am just testing out the wood burning tool, and again, don't know what I'm doing. By the way, this tool is terrible. Don't buy it. It's like one of them real cheap ones off Amazon. Don't do it yourself. It's basically just a solder iron with some tips, some fancy tips. Complete trash. Don't do it yourself. But here I am. It's what I have, so it's what I'm using. So I'm just going over the sketch lines with that tool, and I put a glove on because it got hot as hell, and I don't particularly like being burned. That's just me. You could be into what you're into, but that's just my thing. So yeah, going over the lines, and I'm making sure to be very, very careful because you can't erase a wood burning tool. Once you burn that mark, that's in there forever. So just have to be very careful and make sure I go over everything evenly also, because if you're not even with it, if you're not smooth with it, one place could burn more than the other place, and then that's just annoying and it doesn't look good. So then I'm going over the lettering now. Yeah. Going over the lettering. Shout out to Patricia for being the first one. Thank you for your whole big up your whole self, Patricia, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know why my brain not functioning as a brain should, but anyway, I appreciate you, Patricia. Yeah, so again, let me just focus on the shoulder for some reason. That we're focusing on the shoulder because, again, professional YouTuber here. I will do better next time, okay? I will take the camera off autofocus and I will focus it properly and I will be a better person. I promise. Alright, so continuing to do the letters. M. Yeah. I don't know why I skipped one letter to go, and I skipped 2 letters and then go back. Listen, I don't have reasoning. I just did, okay? And I feel like if you're following this tutorial, you should also skip letters. That's just my thing. So now I'm just picking another bit because I want a wider bit to do the text in the middle there, where it says garden and craft. Let's do a mandatory Instagram. So Instagram, pay the Insta gods, worship the Instagram. Listen, let's go on Instagram. All right, and then yeah, so I'm just using the wider tip now to fill out the middle words, because the other tip I had was really thin and it would just take too long, and it would also make the wood uneven. I don't know how to explain it, but it would have like tiny ridges. It won't look good if I use the thin tool to create the kind of the thick effect, you know? Yep. So just writing craft in there. Ooh, we looking good. Look at that, we finally found focus. I'm telling you, I'm a natural at this. I'm a good natural. Alright, so then we're doing the and sign. And this one, I had to use the tip of the bit because it had thinner pieces, you know? I don't know why. Okay, I'm picking a new bit. Oh, also I'm like cleaning the tip of the bit. Oh, well, that went fast. Anyway, I was cleaning the tip of the bit because it gets residue on it from the wood. So now I just pick in my colors to start to paint. And this is where things started to go downhill, eh? So we start off with green and we was feeling good, you know? We was like, oh, this is so easy. I could do this all day. I'm a professional. We thought we had this down. Oh, you could just go ahead and paint over the wood burning because it's already burnt in. So there's grooves. So you're not gonna like, you can paint over the words because you're gonna see them again because they're burnt in instead of just on the surface. So that's what I was doing. Painting in green, feeling like a boss. And then I started to realize that green is just soaking into the porous wood. And this is where I started getting frustrated. But I was still going. I don't know why I was still going, but I'm still going. So yeah, all that paint was just being wasted because it was just getting sucked right in. So then I had the wise decision to prime it. And here we go, which is what I should have done in the first place. Don't be a me. Prime it first. I mean, I should have known, right? But here we are. So it's okay. Just went back and painted everything. Primed everything, painted it in white. Not everything, but just, you know, the design. And then I was still pissed at myself. So I decided to do the light text right there. And then, you know, you had to stick some computer time inside of it too because you go insane. This takes hours and hours. And we back on the phone. We're texting now, I guess. Texting. Alright, back to painting. It's a bit better now, you know. The wood is no longer sucking up all the paint. Yeah, just doing some of the details in there. Right. Small details. Avoid the flower. M and Sturf. Just doing the outline first and then filling it in because I find it's easier that way. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. I don't think there's any rules in art, you know. Maybe there is. I don't know. I don't care. It's not my business. So I'm doing the outside. What do you call that? I'm doing the fold of the ribbon in a darker color to give it that kind of effect that it's, you know, it's behind the front of the ribbon. You know what I mean? You see how it looks? Okay, we're getting somewhere. And then I'm painting the inside even darker because that's how shadows work. You know, they tend to be darker than things. Yeah, so more paint, yada 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 yada. You know the drill. And then I started painting the leaf in a yellow color. But then I was like, Jesus Christ, that is some neon bright yellow. So then I decided to calm that yellow down a bit. Just working in the paint. Pretending to know what I'm doing, but I really don't. And hoping for the best, you know? That's kind of like life. You just kind of pretend and hope for the best. Wow, I'm a philosopher now too. Christ Jesus. Anyways. Yeah. Just doing the other side now. You know, same thing. Same thing as before. Watching YouTube while I'm doing it because we like an inception. So I did the leaves and I did the cactus last. I can't tell you why. Okay, so here's the finished thingy and I'm varnishing it with boat varnish that they use for boats because it's UV protection and it's water protection. So what I did first, as per the instructions on the can of the varnish, I did diluted it with paint thinner 50-50. Oh, we're using my left and my right hand. Okay, we bad like that. Anyways, so I diluted it 50-50 first for the first coat, and then the second coat I did was 25-75, I think, and then the last one was 100 varnish. And that's all I did, and that's it. Alright, thank you so much for the watchings. You know, thank you for tuning in. If you stayed the whole thing, I appreciate you. This is gonna be the first of many of the things that I plan to create and will create. So yeah, subscribe. Like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought about the design. If you want to try this for yourself, again, if you want to try this, do not buy the soda and crap I bought. Buy something decent. They're not that expensive, but again, we broke, so I bought the cheapest one. Don't be me. Yeah, follow me upon the gram. I will leave that here, information, all the information is below. Also, I have a Patreon if you would like to support your gal. And I guess I'm doing YouTube now. Yeah, I do music as well, so you know, if you want to check out my music, also everything linked down below. Below.